All right, everybody, thanks for joining today. We've got Anders Carlson with us. Go ahead. If you've got a question, please ask in the chat of the Zoom. If you have a question, our first one is from Mark Murphy. Mark?
Yes, Anders, how have you been kicking the ball this preseason? Who's your main holder and your main deep snapper?
Yeah, been kicking good. I think I came off a strong session in the quarantine. Been working with my brother a lot. We were able to spend basically 2.5 months working together 3 days a week, and I think I carried that into coming back as a team. Been kicking good. I know I got to do the pressure kick in the stadium last scrimmage. That was a fun experience. I always love doing that, and we got up downs on the line. It means a little more. So I was happy to knock that through. It's been going well. We're still working through a few holders. That's not a decision completely made yet, but I think the holders are doing great. And then deep snapper wise, Bill Taylor's my go-to guy.
Who are the guys holding for you right now?
We're still working 3 guys mainly. That would be Ben Patton, Jackson McFadden, and Grant Loy. In no order, we're working all 3, giving everyone a shot, just seeing what's best for the team.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, sir. Next question is from Justin Ferguson.
Hey, Anders, how big was it for you to have a game like you did in the Iron Bowl last year to get some of that confidence and kind of roll into this offseason and what you hope to be another pretty good season? Yeah,
no, it's huge. I think me as a player, you can kind of look at it growing from season to season, but I like to look at it kind of growing from game to game and learning. I think, your first year, your first even 2 years, you're learning a lot. So I think throughout the last season, I think game 1 to game 12, I was a much different kicker in my mindset. And so just carrying just a simple mindset into the season like I did in the Iron Bowl, just treating it like a game and going in confident. So I think during the offseason, I got to think about that a lot and just implement the same things as going to this season.
How important is that as a kicker to have that kind of confidence, going into a season, going into a game? I mean, how big was that for you?
It's huge. I mean, I think mindset's everything. I think once you get to the Division I level, I think all kickers have the leg for the most part. Some might be a little bit taller than me and have a little bit more leverage, but I think mindset is what separates people. And so the more I can just stay confident and calm, keep it simple. I think I've been doing this for since sophomore year. I haven't been doing it too long compared to some guys maybe, but I've been doing this for a long time. And if I just simple it down and just be relaxed when I go in, usually it's a successful situation. So,
thank you.
Yep. Our next question is from Gianna Hahn.
Hi, Anders. How are you?
how's it going?
Doing well. So I was wondering, how are each of the punchers looking, and how is that battle looking as well?
Yeah, they're both doing great. So Aiden and Oscar are the 2 guys punting it off right now, and I think they both have good advantages about them. One's more traditional, and one has a little bit more of a variety in his back pocket, and so I think that's an advantage for Auburn. I think coaches will get creative. I don't know what's going to happen in the season, but I think both of the guys are doing great, and it provides a big advantage for us for having both those tools.
Thank you.
Yep. Our next question is from Nathan King.
Hey, Anders. Hey, thanks for talking with us. I wanted to ask about Evan McGuire and where he's working right now. He was a guy who did a lot of different things in high school, and what have you seen out of him this preseason?
Yeah, Evan's come in smoothly. He's joined the group, and he's done a good job. Right now he's helping off with a lot of scout team kickoffs. So he's working, I think that's one of his bigger specialties is kickoff, and so helping that scout team, making sure that ball is placed where it needs to be, and he's done a great job at that. So that's where he finds his role. I mean, us specialists, there's about 9 or 10 of us. We all try to work with each other. So whether I'm kicking that day or he's kicking that day, we're working to make each other better, giving each other game reps, and he's doing well.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Next question is from Jason Caldwell.
Anders, man, as kickers, I know you guys are used to working kind of on your own for a lot of time doing those things. Did that make it easier to deal with no spring practice and get through the summer because you're kind of used to that already?
And you're talking about the quarantine net? Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the preparation time.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of funny during that time when we were all isolated at home. For me, life wasn't that different. Typically I'm out in the field by myself anyway. So, yeah, life wasn't too different. I got to be a little more detailed. Like I said, I was here with my brother. I actually stayed at his house for a few days. So we just got to go out together and work and be, pretty detailed at what we do. So it was good to be back, though. I think once the team got settled in and we got to practicing, I always love being back with the guys. But for me, life didn't change that much, and I got the same work in, pre-quarantine and post-quarantine. So
Thanks, man.
Yep.
Next one's from Philip Marshall.
Anders, just talk about how much fun it is for you and Daniel to kind of do this together, and how into it are you on Sundays when he's kicking these days?
It's funny you asked me how I am on Sundays. Unfortunately, I don't catch much games because we're here doing our own work. So, but I'm always happy to be here doing work. I think me getting better is more important than watching him. I can always catch up on highlight clips, and my parents usually send a video or two. If I can catch a game, I'm always happy. I love watching him. But no, it's been everything. It's awesome just to have a role model like him. But he also has me, a kicker who's younger than him but understands what he goes through, and we can get on the phone and just talk for hours if we want to about kicking and just the journey and it's done for us in life and how it's blessed us. I think we both understand that pretty well, that we're pretty blessed to be in this situation, and that both of us are doing it together just makes it that much more special.
Your grandfather told me a few years ago he said, this was before you even got here, that he thought you had an even stronger leg than Daniel did. Would you say that's the truth?
Grandpa knows best. No, I'm kidding. I think it's funny to compare. I think just me being a little younger, it's hard to compare levels. But I think we both we're up there, doing very well. So,
Thanks.
Yes, sir. Next question is from Josh Vitale.
Hey, Anders. Gus said a few, weeks ago that he thinks you could be one of the best, if not the best, kickers in college football. I mean, what does it mean to have that vote of confidence from your head coach?
it means a lot. I think, like I said, as a kicker, you kind of got your goals set, and that's one of my goals. My goal is to be the best kicker in college football this year. I'm just taking it 1 year at a time, but to have support from the coaches, from Malzahn and the coaches below him as well, that brings me a lot of confidence, and I'm ready to roll.
Next question is from Brian Matthews.
Hey, Anders, thanks for speaking to us today. Just want to ask you, your brother got his touchdown a few years ago now. Are you going to get you one here in the coming seasons?
We'll see. I don't know if it'll pan out the way we want it to, but hey, if I ever get the opportunity, I'm gonna give it my best shot. I was thinking back to the Iron Bowl. I had that little catch. So hopefully it'll go a little bit better than that. But I look forward to any opportunity I get like that.
Fair to say those plays are still somewhere in the playbook?
We'll see. I hope they are. It's hopefully something we'll implement for sure. So, hey, also I like the background. I was waiting for you to pop up.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Our next question is from Will Green.
Hey, Anders. Just what's it been like having Aiden Marshall back there? Obviously, he took about a year and a half away from the team, but to come back and compete for that starting punter job.
Yeah, no, it took about a week, and then he was back like he never left. So he's fit right in. He understood the system, and it's his job to win. So I think he's doing very well. I hope he continues to work and just get better every day. But it's kind of good to have someone you kind of came in with your freshman year, just to see him back. And I'm excited about both punters. I think they both have a great opportunity to win the job this year, and Aiden's doing great as well. So.
And how's Oscar adapted since arriving from Australia?
He's doing great. I think he's a lighthearted guy. He's a fun guy to hang out with, and he's fit right in. I know it must be hard, coming to USA during all this time and then joining Zoom class instead of going to class. But I've heard no complaints from him. He's doing real good. So.
Anders, we've got a follow-up from Mark Murphy.
With all the kickoff returns for touchdowns and punt returns for touchdowns, how much time have you guys spent on that, considering what's happened the first couple of weeks of the college football season?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's always an emphasis, no matter if there's touchdowns or not. We're trying to gain an advantage, either getting touchbacks for the most part or trying to pin the team down to 15. So that's something we work consistently. I think during our scrimmage, we got to do 2 live reps, and that was very good for all of us to see who was ready to go and who wasn't. And it's always a big focus for us. And for me, I'm focused on the kick. That's something I really emphasized during the quarantine was my kickoffs. But we're excited to go at it.
Thanks.
If there are any follow-up questions for Anders, please let me know. Time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.